Welcome! Y'all ready? It's going down. Ladies!
Akisha Lockhart here for She's Got a Show. In this episode, we're on the south side of Chicago at GQ Gentlemen. You all need to come and check the spot out. And joining me on this show is Sam Sparks. He's a stylist for the Steve Harvey Show, an author and motivational speaker. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you? Thank you.
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm good. Thank you for being here because this was you were truly somebody on my wish list of people after I met you. I'm like, I got to sit down with him. I got to get him on the show. So thank you for your time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I have a little bit of a backstory that I have to give you before we get started, okay? Okay, so just a little something that I got to let you all in on. This season 4, is a dedication, if you will, a love letter to the city of Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from St. Louis. So I have been here now for a few years, and I absolutely have fallen in love with the city because of people like yourself. And you do such a great job of representing Chicago and all the things that I think people lose sight of, the beauty, because nationally, Chicago looks very bad. So I just want to say to you that you are appreciated by myself, my team, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that really just appreciate what you're doing in the community. So if you could please just let people know out there that maybe have never been to Chicago or they see the news very often, they may be hesitant about coming. Can you let people know, from someone that's from Chicago, what your thoughts are on the city? What do you want people to know about your city?
I mean, our city is great. Our environment and our culture is great. It has an amazing appearance to it. Our skyline and our history is great. But one thing about our city, we have a lot of people that has a repetitive cycle of the same generational curse. And that's with the street violence. That's with the poor and the homeless and just having no structure. So inside of the beauty, there is pain. So a lot of people ply on and prey on the pain and shows that. But we have so much great to offer. If we had more of a base to show that, and people are not scared to come in because of what they hear and actually see the good in it, maybe it'll be a changing platform, not amongst just in Chicago, but across the world,
I agree with you. I do. And like I said, again, I think it also starts with the man in the mirror. So again, that's why I said with you, I have so much respect for you because you're from Chicago, but you go hard for Chicago. You work with the youth. You do a lot of things that maybe people don't even know about. But we're going to get into all that in a little bit. But we're going to have a little fun. Are you ready to have some fun? I mean, you're already having a good time because you're on She's Got a Show,
Yeah, you dope, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to play a game.
Okay.
And this is how the game is going to work. I have a stack of papers on my lap. They're pictures of celebrities, fashionable celebrities, some would say. I think so. And so I'm going to hand the stack to you. You can't look at the pictures. You just have to show them to me. And I'm going to try to describe who they are. If you get it right, the celebrity right, just drop it on the floor. Okay. If you don't and you want to pass, just say pass and then put it to the back of the pile. Okay. My stylist is off camera, Chiquita Carey. She's holding it down. You can't see her, but she looks gorgeous, simply gorgeous. Okay. So she's going to keep time for us. She's going to let us know when to start and when to stop. We have 30 seconds, Sam. We want you to kill this, okay? You don't want to embarrass the city. We're talking about Chicago. You a Chicagoan, right?
Quick question.
Real quick. That's a good question. You're going to have to wait and see.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Shaquita, can you give me a thumbs up if you are off camera and you almost got it together? Okay, you can't look, right?
Yeah, I can't look.
So just hold it. Just hold them.
Straight up. Right?
Yeah, straight up. Okay. And then kind of turn a little bit so the camera can see who they are. Now, hold it up a little bit. Yeah. That's probably good. Nick, is that good? Off camera, can you see her? She gave me a thumbs up. Nick also looks fabulous, and her face is beat to death. That's my makeup artist. Shout out to her. Gorgeous. Both of them are. So, Shaquita, are you ready? We got the timer. So do we go? Okay, so again, if you get this right, you throw it on the, if you don't, and if you want to pass, you can, okay? Ready? Okay, we're going to go. So, first person, he plays football. He's black. He's a quarterback. He's young. He plays for the Panthers.
Cam?
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
definitely.
You gotta go fast.
I gotta go fast.
ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so she plays in Sex and the City. She's the main actress on Sex and the City. Everybody loves her.
I don't watch Sex and the City. I'm sorry.
You want to pass?
Yeah, pass. Okay.
Okay, turn that one to the, turn it.
Okay.
No, turn the page like
Okay,
that.
that one?
Okay, yeah, your hand's in the way now.
Okay.
This guy, he's, a lot of women like him. He's black. He's an actor.
The new guy.
He paid in the wire, string.
Yeah. What is his name? Pass. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, she is from Chicago. This
Okay.
is Chicagoan.
All right.
She's married to a very powerful man. A lot of people really.
Oh, Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, Chiquita Carey loves this guy, absolutely. He's Caucasian. He's a quarterback, too. He plays for a team that got taken out. A lot of people hate him.
Brett Favre?
No. He's married to a supermodel.
Pass.
Okay. Flip it the other way. Yeah. Okay, so she...
Damn.
Okay. No. I don't think we did. I think we did pretty good. So you can just sit all those on the floor. So, yeah, I think that was pretty... I think you did pretty good. I mean, maybe it was me. Wait, what?
Was they dressing nice in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. You can look at them later, but yeah, all those people are pretty fashionable. Okay, I'm sorry. So we didn't get to this one, but the last person was Steve Harvey. So I wanted you to guess him. So we didn't get to him yet, but I want you to kind of tell me about this book that you have coming out, Legacy Living. And in the book, you talk about meeting Steve Harvey and the influence that he's had on your life and career. You met him a couple of times, but it seemed like the third time was the charm. So for all those people out there that don't know the story, if you can kind of just let them know about what it was like when the third time when you finally met Steve Harvey, and just tell that story because I love it.
Okay, so dope. And I appreciate you for even wanting me to tell a story. But I always had a dream about me and Big Dog with Steve Harvey. I always had a dream since I was young about him fixing my suit. So I had the dream 3-4 years, and then I stopped having the dream. And an opportunity came up to where Mr. Harvey put out for mentors to come out and learn about mentoring and partnership with him, far as coming out volunteering, doing things with the youth. So I was doing that 3 years straight. I was going out to Chicago State, and it wasn't about me just meeting him, because I never had the chance to ever really meet him. I met him and we took pictures, but it was never in the aspect of hey, I'm Sam Sparks, none of that. So these 3 years, I'm volunteering at Chicago State, back and forth. And for the last year that I volunteered before I connected with him personally, Mr. Harvey normally comes in and do a speech to the young guys before they start their weekend of staying in the camp. And I'm standing to the side, and I'm listening to him speech, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm zoned out. And he was like, man, that guy over there, I don't even know his name, but I know he's somebody by the way he dressed. So I look behind, I'm not knowing. And he's actually pointing at me, So he told me to step up. Didn't tell me to come up to the thing, but he just told me to step up. So, I stepped up, and he said, man, he looks good. He's going somewhere off his appearance. So that was one thing. After that, they took me in the back. I took a picture with him. That was it. On that picture, we just stood side to side, had a face, just stale face. The second picture that we came back around to, where it was again, I was volunteering at the camp, and Harv was doing something, and we was able to get the picture. So we got the second picture. And that time he was just, okay, cool. The third time was I was able to get some tickets to go to his show. Now, I had the dream of meeting him 4 years prior to that, consistently. And I stopped. So The day before I left to go to the show that morning, I had the dream again. That morning, I get up, I get dressed, I go to the show. Because of the way I was dressed, they asked me to sit in the front row. So now I'm sitting on the front row. We wait until he come out. When he come out, man, you can smell this dude cologne from 50 feet away. It was so rich and clean and elegant. And it was just like, yo, this is Steve Harvey. So he does his segment, he do his thing, he does his first segment, and he comes off his first segments, and he normally asks audience questions. So as he asking the audience questions, a young lady asks him about youth. So they asking him about the youth, and the question rolled over to me being able to ask him a question about the youth. Funny part was he never answered my question. He instantly told me to stand up. And he was like, stand up. So when he told me to stand up, he said, he started fixing my pocket square. And he's fixing my pocket square, and he told me everything lines up on the left-hand side because I have my dart pen on the right-hand side, my pocket square on my left-hand side, and my watch on my left-hand side. So he said, no, everything lines up on the left-hand side. You clean, but, you know, everything lines up on the left-hand side. So he did a little trick for me where he was fixing my pocket square, and he asked Will to come out in the back, which Will, big bro Will, he's Big Harv's head stylist. So Will come out and fixes my suit, and he was like, man, you sharp. And, you know, I said to him, I said, man, you don't even remember that I was the one that you pointed out at your camp. And he looked, and he was like, yeah, that is true. That is true. He's like, man, how you doing? You good? Ooh. Now we talked. I sit down, his segment about to start. What ended up happening was I sat down, and then it ran back like, whoa, that's the dream. Wow. You know, that is the dream. So the whole time God been showing me this dream, God always showed me the dream all the way up to the point where he fixed my pocket square, and I always wake up. I never seen anything after. Okay. Now, I'm sitting down, and I begin to cry because I'm like, oh, God, this is this dream you've been showing me. Wow, it came to reality. So as I'm crying, Big Dogs asks, hey, man, what's your name? And I'm like, Sam Sparks, crying real hard or whatever. Just embarrassing now, right? So everybody, don't even know what I'm crying for, right? So he get off the segment, tell him to stop the segment. He gets up off the segment, and when he gets up off the segment, he comes and grabs me by my collar and pulls me up and gives me a hug like I'm his son. And we have this one-on-one for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And he kept telling me, man, the journey, I understand the journey. I understand it, I get it, the journey. And from that moment, he say, man, from this day forward, I will be your mentor and you will be my mentee. And from there on, man, story continues. He has changed my life dramatically. That guy is a legit walking testimony of not only what he talks, but his actions is upon that. You know? Yes. People speak about what they do. Mm-hmm. People say what they're going to do. Right. People say what they want to do. Right. But it's a difference on doing it first and then talking about it.
Well, I want to say something, because just like you see that in Steve Harvey, I see that in you. And I want you all to understand that this man is a man of his word. And I have been blessed with the opportunity to interview and work with a lot of people. You're welcome. I appreciate you, not just in Chicago, but outside of Chicago too, with the grace of God. And I can tell you this, his team and him, they're cold, bad. They're about their business. And you don't run a you don't come across a lot of people in this industry, unfortunately, that are like that. So I just want to tell you, King, keep doing what you're doing. Your team is amazing. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Sam Sparks team, because you guys do that. So I'm glad that you see that in Steve Harvey and you've incorporated that in who you are. You probably were like that before you even met Steve Harvey, but I love the fact that just like you say that about him, I can say that about you, and that's dope. So I appreciate you.
Big Dog, see, running into Big Dog, he just put my bark in. See, he's a Q, you know, and Q dogs and how I look at fraternities now is totally different. Okay. You know, I have no high school diploma, no college degree, but I went, by the grace of God, I was able to experience it all. I went to college for 3 years. Went to classes, no nothing. But I was on roster, the whole 9 yards. We could go pull it right now. And I have no high school diploma. But it was the exposure God gave me. You know, anything that I asked for, God gave me. Because I said I wanted to go to college. I never thought I was going to be able to go to it that way. But he allowed me to go to it. Now, the thing was with Big Dog is, Big Dog know how to move. And when I say move, it's not off an emotion. It's not off of a pat on the back. It's not off of someone else saying you're great about what you're doing. It's about who I am, what I'm about, and what I represent. So if we all walk into that, then things that you say would just be legitimate to who I am. Okay. And not just, I'm saying that just because he's that. You get what I'm saying? Or to be nice is about, this is his actions. Just as well as you. You know, your grind, your ambition, your work. Your example of a woman and what a woman's supposed to be is written all over you. Your character, your speech, your aura, your persona, and you're bad. Bad means great. You know what I mean? Sexy, amazing. And sexy don't have to be with your clothes outrageous. No, sexy is in your aura, your conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're pushing. And that's what Big Dog gave to me and showed me to now where I come to a point where I ask Big Dog, now styling him, being assistant stylist and being under Will and learning and being under him. Big Dog, man, can I jump out and do this motivational speaking? Because styling is only my gift. My purpose is motivational speaking, changing lives, creating opportunity. That's my thing.
Well, something I want to say to even piggyback off of what you're saying now, and this is what you talk about this in person, and you also touch on it a lot in your book, the fact that you do believe in God and how strong your faith is. And I want to know, for a lot of people out there that do believe in God and may feel like, maybe I shouldn't express it so much, or is there a limit to how much I can express it? So I want to know from you, have you ever had any obstacles or any situations in your life where you have been speaking on God and people have told you in the industry, like, you need to pipe down with that, like you're talking too much about God, you may turn some people off?
Well, I mean, not even just in the industry. I mean, I wouldn't say the names, but I was around someone. I'll give you a story. I was around someone, and all this person, many blessings, and the achievements, and they was like, I don't believe in God. I believe in me. I'll wake me up. I do this. This is my work. This is my grind. And at first, I got angry. Because I'm like, dude, your blessings is ultimate. How much of a fool are you? Then I had to take a step back and say, hold on. Some things are religion. Some things are relationship. Mine is relationship. They just may know religion. So if they haven't never tapped into a relationship with God, then they don't know anything about God. Because one thing about God allow you to be stupid and deny him and still cover you. And still let you walk into you being who you be. But there's a time where you're going to have to fall and say, hey, God, I know this is you. Out of everything else, this is you. So me expressing to God and showing how much I love him, I've been a fool all my years of life. And there's nothing else that covered me the way he has covered me. I'm telling you, I'm lined up statistically to be dead, a failure, no one that has nothing, not gonna be anything, no high school diploma, no college degree. Just met my father 2 years ago. 7, 8 brothers, sisters. I'm the oldest. I got one oldest sister. I'm the next oldest in line, and I'm the oldest boy. I'm set up. Come from 79th and Jeffrey, the hood, rats and roaches. You listening? I know I'm set up, but me today has been all in alignment for God's great. If I never been that guy that didn't get his high school diploma, or didn't get his college degree, or didn't run into the walls, or didn't carry that pistol, or didn't sell drugs, I never would have been him today. I would never be Sam Sparks today. All that was God's yes to the vessel of who Sam Sparks is today.
I completely agree with you on everything that you said, because I do believe that, your testimony and your trials and tribulations definitely shape you into the people that you currently are. So one of the things that I want to know from you, just one of them, if you think back, look back over your career, is there one particular thing that you feel like that maybe you did not do or you did do that could have put you further in your career? So for instance, if you felt, just like even with education, you're saying that you did not graduate from high school, you don't have a college degree. I'm just using that as an example. But is that something, like, what is your blank? Like, what would you put in that blank? If I would have done this or wouldn't have done that, I'd be even further along in my life, in my career, than what I am. What would that be?
Well, honestly, I think everything was designed for today. What I believe would better me, that I could have had a part that helped me today, is the education. Because even with me motivational speaking and me writing, I'm not a writer. I don't spell the great words. I'm not that guy. Nowhere near it. But I am a fighter. I don't fail to things. I don't make an excuse for things. So when God gave it in my body to write a book, I wrote it. But I learned in writing that book, hey man, dang, if I would have learned this noun and this verb and where this go to and where that go to, and this is a run on and that is a run on, I'd be straight with this. It wouldn't have took me this longer.
So I have a question. I'm so sorry to interrupt you on this, but I read, and I won't necessarily say names, but I read an article about a celebrity, someone that's from Chicago, that also said something about education, the fact that he is somewhat pretty much in a similar situation as you are. And the thing that kind of blows my mind, and I'm not passing judgment on anybody because God knows I'm not perfect at all, but when you say that you haven't done this stuff, are you in the process, do you have it set? Because education is not something that you can just, okay, I didn't graduate from high school, I didn't graduate from college. You can always go back and get it. Yeah. So can you are you, now that you know, okay, realize the importance of learning how to write, the importance of reading and doing all those things for your career and just for who you are you going to go back and get those things done?
I didn't get my high school diploma or didn't want to go back to school because I just didn't want to go. After so long of me moving from North Carolina to Chicago, the credits are up and down. So I go to Chicago and I got 19 credits. I go to North Carolina and I have 12. So you go in Chicago and you're a junior, you go back to North Carolina, you're a freshman. That's discouraging to a child. You get what I'm saying? And then now you're learning stuff that you're learning in Chicago that you're not learning in North Carolina, and you can't read the same way and all like everybody else. That got discouraging to me. Okay. And I went away from school.
Okay. Well, what I want to do is, because this man has a lot of stuff to get to, and we also want to, respect everybody else in the crew that's got stuff going on as well. I want to ask you this question because I really like the fact that you talk about this too in your book. You talked about how you were able to you didn't have a whole lot of money, but you got the most bang out of your buck with your clothes, and you kind of tell us a trick that you did. So there are a lot of people out there, they want to look nice, they don't have a lot of money. So as a stylist, can you kind of just give everyone out there, both men and women, if at all possible, because I don't know if you style women too or you have, can you let us know some tips, some advice on how we can get the most bang out of our bucks and look as fly as you do?
I say you need at least 9 pieces in your closet, and you could win. So out of a woman, you need brown pants, black pants, and gray pants. Okay. Dress, same colors. Okay. Switch your tops, different colors. What I did was my trick. I had black pants, blue pants, and gray pants. But every chance I got little money to go grab a shirt, I grabbed a shirt. I switched my shirt several times with these 3 pair of pants. Everybody thinking I'm doing my thing. Not at all. But I'm just switching it up because I wanted to make sure if I'm in my appearance, if I'm a stylist, I should be able to do whatever I want to do with whatever clothes I got. So all you need is a gray pants, black pants, and brown pants. All different shirts. Gray, blue, green, same thing with the shoes. Black shoes, brown shoe, and it's optional. Okay. You may need a white one because a white goes with anything. Right. But the thing about having clothes is about keeping your wardrobe up. Mm-hmm. If you're not cleanly and if you're not in your appearance, the clothes is nothing. Okay. Appearance is not the clothes. The appearance is you, how you feel inside. It's a subconscious thing. We're not going to go deep, but it's a subconscious thing. Okay. You got to feel you subconsciously. You have to tell you subconsciously, I am somebody, so that you wear the clothes and the clothes don't wear you.
Got it. Another question. We're going to go through these quick. What's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to men and women's fashion? What do you just hate to see for women and men?
Everything. No. Shoes, teeth.
What about the shoes? What about teeth?
Shoes.
Teeth. I'm talking about clothes. What?
Shoes. This is appearance. Appearance is not just clothes. Okay. Everybody think appearance is just clothes.
No, my question was your biggest pet peeve when it comes to clothes. So my thing is clothes for women and for men.
Okay, so men sagging pants. Okay. I hate that. Okay. That is the most disgusting thing possible because it comes from a jail. Is the history of it. Mm-hmm. You know, clothes, you just don't wear clothes on clothes. People wear clothes because of the history of it. Right. It's a repeated thing. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's a repeated thing that people study. That's gay, nasty. That's what it represents. Why would you want to do that? Right. You know? You're not putting on your pants to wear them below your butt. Right. You know? So women, I am very, very, very meticulous. Very meticulous on the way the clothes fit. I think a woman should always wear a clothing that fits to their body type.
Give us an example of something like that you've seen, like a woman that just like, what in the world do you have on?
Ratchetness. You know what ratchetness is. You know, the booty shorts, you know, the attention getters. Okay. You know, it's great to show, you know, what God has blessed you with, but it's an elegant way of doing it. You know, get things that fit your body shape, you know. Hug you, but not hug you as leaving you in an infection. You know?
Yikes. Okay. So we're going to wrap up. This is the last question I have for you. Can you tell all of our viewers out there if there's anything you have that you want to share, you have coming up, you want to drop something exclusive? Because we love exclusive stuff here. She's got a show. So drop whatever you want. You can take the mic too if you want.
I could drop something exclusive. Okay, cool. So exclusives we got coming up, man. We got a new partnership with my homie out of Alabama. Really dope guy on some ties. We got some pocket squares coming. We got some hat bands coming. We got some pretty dope stuff that's coming. God has really, really been a blessing. He told me this year going to be nasty for me, so I'm excited about it. But if anything that I do want to leave, opposite side of me, because this has nothing to do with me. We are only in our gifts. and we are manifest with inside of who we are because of our gifts. The only way we could be our best is because of our gifts. Our gifts makes room for your purpose. I am striving for my purpose now because I have learned my gift. Same thing with her. She's pushing other people's life and showing what they do. This is the same thing you can do. God is the yes vessel to you. If you allow God to be your yes, your vessel will ride and do what you need to do in it. So I just want to tell you that I appreciate you bringing this everything to my opportunity and to show my brand and what we do. But if it wasn't your platform that allow young men like me and other people that you have had on the show, then we wouldn't be able to be who we are. So I appreciate you for the teamwork, for the opportunity, for the love, and just don't let nobody stop what God has given you. Your vision is yours for a reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dreams only become nightmares when you do not allow them to become reality. Okay. That's it. Okay. All right? Got that back? Yep, you got it back. Wait. Sam Sparks. You could reach me at Sam__Sparks, my IG. Legacy Living book is really coming soon. It's something I pulled my heart out into. I mean, look, this thing going to be dope. Just check us out. I appreciate y'all. Love you.
So you heard it from the man. I'm Akisha Lockhart, and this has been She's Got a Show. Who are you?
I'm Sam Sparks, and we dope together.